Imagine watching your team get absolutely dismantled, not just losing, but getting utterly dominated in every aspect of the game. That's the reality Washington Commanders fans faced this Sunday night, as the Seattle Seahawks soared to a resounding 38-14 victory. But the score only tells half the story. The game, held in Landover, Maryland, was supposed to be a showcase for the Commanders' young quarterback, Jayden Daniels. Instead, it became a Sam Darnold masterclass and a potential turning point in the Seahawks season. Darnold, playing with a confidence and precision rarely seen from him, carved up the Washington defense like a Thanksgiving turkey. Someone at halftime said to me that I hadn't thrown an incompletion, Darnold confessed after the game. So I think he's to blame for throwing an incompletion in the second half. Whether you believe in the quarterback curse or not, Darnold's performance was undeniably impressive. Darnold began the game completing his first 17 passes. By halftime, he'd amassed a staggering 282 passing yards and 4 touchdowns, leading the Seahawks to a commanding 31-7 lead. Rookie wide receiver Torrey Horton exploded onto the scene with 2 touchdown catches, and even Cody White, elevated from the practice squad, got in on the scoring action. Seattle's offense was firing on all cylinders, and the Commanders simply had no answer. Seattle's dominant win keeps them neck and neck with the Los Angeles Rams atop the NFC West with a 6-2 record. What's especially impressive is that they achieved this without their star receiver Cooper Kupp, who was sidelined with an injury. It seems Darnold found plenty of other willing targets. The Commanders, on the other hand, are spiraling downwards, suffering their 4th consecutive loss and falling to a dismal 3-6. Darnold finished the game with an outstanding 21 completions out of 24 attempts, racking up 330 yards before being pulled late in the game. He was simply unstoppable. The Seahawks' opening drive set the tone for the entire game. Starting from their own 10-yard line, they marched down the field, culminating in a 4-yard touchdown pass from Darnold to Horton. The drive was extended by multiple Washington penalties, highlighting the Commanders' undisciplined play. Horton's second touchdown, a 25-yard reception in the second quarter, made it 14-0. Then, after a Washington fumble on the ensuing kickoff, Darnold found Elijah Arroyo for a 26-yard touchdown, pushing the lead to 21-0 in what felt like the blink of an eye. Just an unacceptable performance by us tonight, a visibly frustrated Washington coach Dan Quinn said. We missed it by a mile. But here's where it gets really tough for Commanders fans. Adding insult to injury, Washington quarterback Jayden Daniels suffered a potentially serious arm injury in the fourth quarter. While being tackled near the Seattle goal line, his non-throwing arm bent awkwardly, forcing him to leave the game. Just thinking about him and what he's going through right now, Darnold said, showing empathy for his fellow quarterback. I just wanted to say that. Daniels had a tough night even before the injury, rushing for 51 yards, but only throwing for 153 with an interception. He spent much of the game under pressure, constantly scrambling to avoid the Seahawks' pass rush. A.J. Barner added to Seattle's lead with a touchdown on a tush-push play in the third quarter, making it 38-7. Chris Rodriguez scored a late touchdown for Washington, immediately following Daniels' injury, but it was far too little too late. Darnold's stellar performance put him in rare company. He became only the 4th quarterback since at least 1991 to throw 4 touchdown passes before his first incompletion. The others? None other than Lamar Jackson, Ryan Tannehill, and Tom Brady. Believe me when I say it. I'm not surprised, Seahawks coach Mike McDonald said. We watch Sam every day and how he operates. He's the same guy every day, which is what you love about him. We're chasing it. The guys are determined and it's fun to watch. Jackson Smith-Njigba had a breakout performance for the Seahawks, catching 8 passes for 129 yards. This performance tied Steve Largent's franchise record with his 6th 100-yard receiving game of the season. Halftime also saw a special moment as the Commanders retired Hall of Fame receiver Art Monk's number 81. Monk, a legendary player for Washington from 1980 to 93, caught a then-record 106 passes in 1984, and played on all 3 of the franchise's Super Bowl winning teams. On the injury front, the Seahawks lost CB Josh Jobe, concussion, and LB Ernest Jones 4 knee. The Commanders were already without WR Terry McLaurin, quadriceps, and then lost WR Luke McCaffrey, shoulder, early in the game. CB Trey Amos, hip, CB Marshawn Lattimore, and S. Quan Martin hamstring, also sustained injuries, compounding their woes. Looking ahead, the Seahawks will host the Arizona Cardinals next Sunday. They previously defeated the Cardinals 23-20 in September. The Commanders will host the Detroit Lions, a rematch of Washington's victory in last season's playoffs. But this game raises some serious questions. Can Sam Darnold maintain this level of play? Was this a fluke performance against a struggling defense? Or has he truly turned a corner? And what does the future hold for Jayden Daniels and the Washington Commanders after this devastating loss and injury? Is it time for a change in leadership? Or do they simply need more time to develop their young talent? What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments.